You can also tag at Focus Counseling on Instagram and also Facebook. Did you understand that? Not to forget that your report is very important. Say to your neighbor, your report is very important. So from the reports, we're going to see the people who have been serious and might be selected for internship. Yes, and the representative from your school. But there is a fresh report that you will need to Miss Gloria. Is Miss Gloria here? Is she here? That's Mrs. Gloria. All right, so later on we will let her, you will see her so that you can submit the report to her. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? And for those who are very interested in participating in a tech summer program, Dell Technologies actually will be available for that. I'm sure, yeah, I know that you're very happy about that. How many people are interested in learning computer programming, having a basic knowledge of computer? All right, if you're well behaved and you're very good with your reports and you show that you're serious, yeah, we might just take that. Okay, so now are we ready? Are we ready? So we're going to be having our first speech for today, and that will be Mrs. Olabisi Olotu. But before then, I will read a bit about her so that you get to know who she is and what she will be talking to us about. Okay, so pay attention, and for those who have a career interest in her line, then you know that you have to connect with her. So, she's a highly accomplished IT professional with more than 2 decades of experience in IT operations, services support, and delivery and customer experience. Her dedication to her craft is evident in her can-do attitude. She's result-oriented and also boundless energy. She has this. She is a self-motivated team player, and she's very committed to not only creating value for herself, but also for others, which is evident in her presence this morning with us. While serving as a senior operations manager for Tech Expert, she led a team of more than 400 professionals to provide world-class technical support to numerous Microsoft customers across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa and North America. Thank you. Currently, she holds the esteemed position of delivery manager at Cavista, where she continues to demonstrate her expertise and leadership skills. Now, if you have no idea what Cavista is about, it is a multinational tech company that empowers private and public organizations with the world's best technology solutions. So from Cavista, please put your hands together for the delivery manager. That is Mrs. Olabisi Olotu. Put your hands together.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'm really excited to be here this morning, and it's a privilege to be in your midst. Being young is indeed an asset. I can tell you that. How many of us know what an asset is? Yeah, can you tell me? Can you come forward, please? Can someone give? Yeah, just come. Can we get a mic for him? Okay.
Assets are valuable properties of a business.
Thank you very much. That's a good try. Yeah. Yeah. You want to try? Okay. Thank you.
Assets are valuable things which can be used to earn income.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Assets is a valuable thing, anything that is anything of value, but not just anything that is holding value, but whatever has current and future value. It has a current value. It also has a future value. That is why we should take this being young as an asset. So the fact that you are young right now, you have a future value, and you also have a current value. So you should really be proud of that this morning. So basically, I'm just going to be taking us through, staying relevant as technology advances. In the advent of technology advancement, how do we stay relevant as a young individual, even as an adult? So we need to just know, why do we even really need to stay relevant? How do we stay relevant? How, and what is the importance? What are the importance of even staying relevant as, in the face of, in the course of being young and also progressing our career? So basically, what does relevant mean to us? What does it mean to be relevant? So that's what we should also look at. Relevant means staying useful, solving problems, immediate problem. As a young individual, even while we're here in the course of our career, we should be thinking how we can solve problems. How can we meet the need of others? How can we create solutions? That's called being innovative, being up with the times and, creating need and solving problem. That means you are being relevant at every point in time. Technology will continue to advance. And I heard from some of the summaries that some of us said yesterday is, has not come to take our jobs. It has only come to take the job of those individuals that are very lazy, that have refused to move with the trend, that have refused, to move with the change. The only thing that is constant is change. Technology will continue to advance, and the pace at which we advance will not slow down. People are talking of AI today. The next thing is, GPT. How many of us know what that is? I know I was streaming online yesterday, and I know some of you, what it is. And as I speak to you today, there is another thing that it's already coming after the chat, GPT. So, and who are those people developing this? They are human beings. They are people like you and I. The future belongs to all of us that are seated there. The next invention can come from you. It can come from any other person seated in this hall today. So do not limit yourself. Do not underestimate the power or the strength or even the knowledge that you have in you. So you really have to make sure you are focused and that you can enhance it. So basically, why do we need to stay relevant as technology advances? Don't say you are young, that you are still young. I'm still in primary school, I'm still in secondary school. I still have a lot of time ahead of me. Time will not wait for anyone. So you have to take advantage. Young nature right now, you have to capitalize on it that can propel you into the future. So staying relevant would help us. One of the reasons we need to stay relevant is, it could help us to find a job. Finding a job, I can give a testimony to that, a living testimony. For instance, in those days, we send application via, maybe you see adverts in a newspaper, or you go and mail an application letter, I want to apply for a job. But the current job I'm doing right now, I got it through a LinkedIn. Someone just reached out to me on a LinkedIn and said, look, we are looking for this to fill this role, and we saw that your profile matched this job. Are you interested? And we started a conversation from there. I didn't even do a physical interview. The series of interview was online. It was via Teams, and then, it was the day I needed to resume. I got to know, the company, physical address, location. So for so many of you, SS1, you should create a LinkedIn profile. You should have a LinkedIn profile. It's a profile where you can begin to build your, professional, profile. You don't have to wait until you have the BSc. You don't have to wait until you have the, You know, masters, whatsoever skills you have, keep putting it and you keep updating. So you never can know the connection you can get through that. So most jobs these days don't come to your doorsteps. Nobody will come and knock at your door. It's via your profile. You are going to get it through it. So you have to move with the trend in technology. Yeah, we have a lot of, others, professional platform where you can update your profile. We are, anyway, we have Glassdoor. Apart from Glassdoor, you have job skills you can, acquire other than your normal, schools living certificate. So skills is very important. Professional certification is very important. It enhances your career and it makes you to stand out among your contemporaries. Then communication is another thing. You are able to keep your communication when you are well informed, when you know what is happening, when you know the trend in the industry, you are able to communicate, you are able to relate, you are able to talk among your peers, you are able to share ideas, and it gives you confidence. It builds your confidence. That's why you must know what is going on. You must keep up with the trend in technology so that you are able to sharpen your communication, which will give you confidence to be able to relate among your contemporaries. And then the other one is also, with the trend in technology, there are more better and efficient way that we can do things. Like I said, technology has not come to replace human, just like we said. It has come to enhance our capacity. It has come to enhance the way we do things, make us to stay more organized, in what we do. And then also, how do we stay relevant? How do you need to stay relevant? How? It's also, there's no end to learning. Learning. We continue to learn. I still learn. I still write exams. I still read, I still take courses. One of the ways you can learn is just what you have done today, being in this boot camp. You can, being in this summer camp. There are several ways of learning. Like I said, when you have opportunity to go to the internet, see it as an opportunity to read and learn. Not, the other time that I mentioned LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not a place where you upload pictures, where you show face, your faces, where you sing, or you do some other things. It's a professional environment where you showcase skills, what you have learned, what you know, where you can, your professional network. So learn very important. It makes us to stay competitive. There are, just like we are in vocational skills, vocational skills, it will help you and also enhance your career advancement. Technical skills, I've heard a lot from a couple of hands that were raised there. There are several skills that you can learn online. You can learn coding. We have a lot. You don't need to leave your house. We have in Cavista where I work, we have about 250 engineers in Nigeria. They don't work from the office. Most of them work from the comfort of their homes. We have them in Anambra. We have people work in Amni. We have video musicians. I know a lot of them have followers on social media. But please follow a professional, people as well, or professional company, tech giants, maybe even corporate, institutions. You can follow them where you want to work, where you aspire to work. Start now. There's a saying that I learned something in my place of work. That championship, when you see people that win championship, maybe for instance, let's take for instance, Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt did not win 100 meters the day he ran on the pitch. Championship won in practice. So if you are going, they are won in practice, not on the day of the event. If you are going to clock a time set, you've already started doing that in practice. You are in SS3, you want to come out with distinction all through, you would have started reading by now, not on the day of the exams. So you want to become a lawyer, you will start from today, not the day you want to get inducted or certified as a lawyer. So let's take that, keep that at the back of our mind. And then again, said we should leverage on social media platform. They are there to help us. Social media has its usefulness. We just need to be able to make sure that we prioritize what we do on the social media. Make sure the most of the time when we use it on social media, we use it constructively, making sure that you are using it to your advantage professionally, not the other way around. Thank you. And then also, you need to also find time to join a professional body. So when I say professional body, I know as you advance in your career, as you grow, then you find a professional body. There are several professional bodies that you can join. You can subscribe to their blogs. You can subscribe to their newsletter. You can gain a lot of insight from there. You can take a lot of learnings from there. It will shape you and give you direction, as the trend in technology. So what are the importance? We're also going to be looking at the importance of us staying relevant in the advent of technology. Like I said, again, learning is coming up. It will provide you with. Thank you. So one of the importance of staying relevant, another thing is it also provides you with learning opportunities. There is no end to learning. We continue to learn, and learn. So you just, it helps you to identify opportunities and skill sets that you need to progress your career. You can take self-directed courses, you can engage, take professional courses like I said, you can do online certification. There are free certifications online. Once you get online, you can use it as an opportunity to learn as much as you can. And then there are some boot camps. You can see any available boot camp, like this summer camp. Right now you are learning. Whatever you learn here, make sure you keep it and you continue to read it and reflect on it even thereafter, so that you can find it useful and fit for purpose. The other thing is also, when you stay with the trend in technology, it allows you to future-proof your career. It gives you a competitive advantage, over your peers. You can determine that if I do this with the trend in technology, this is where the world is going right now, that if I do this, if I do this, if I do this, I can become this in the next 5 years. A lot of us are already thinking ahead. In the next 7 years, this is what I want to become. This is what I want to become. This is what I want to become. So that is future-proofing. You want to future-proof your career. With the trends in technology, you can predict when you take necessary steps. My team, one of my managers would tell me that, look, the difference between dreams and reality is in taking action. Tell somebody beside you that today I will take action regarding my career. It is not enough to dream. You can dream big. It's good, like Joseph. That's good. But the difference between dreams and reality is in taking action. You can take action today regarding your career as a youth, so that you can get to that place. That's where your dream is. So take action, and then you will see yourself getting to where you want to be. And then, it also helps you when you keep with the trends in technology. It also helps you to expand your network. You are able to connect with different people. You are able to connect with your peers. You are able to relate. You are able to talk to different people. It gives you an advantage. Within your fields, you can learn, you can connect, and it can, open opportunities, new doors of opportunities for you to advance your career. Just like you are in this summer camp right now, you would have met a couple of people here. I know some of you came from different schools, but please relate with yourself. Make sure you contact minimum of 5 people in this hall that do not come from your school. Just reach out to them, exchange pleasantries, talk to them. And then, that's how you keep connection. That's why you maintain contact. And then you can share ideas. And then you can, opportunities could open. He could be able to tell you, I've learned this. Compare notes with your colleagues that is seated. What have you learned today? What did you learn yesterday? What have you learned today? Can we compare notes? From there, you can be able to pick what you missed out. She may have gotten. So you can compare among yourself, and you will see that you'll be able to build your circle. That's what networking is all about. Don't keep what you have learned to yourself. Share with others. Share among yourself so that you can continue to build yourself up. I think that's all from me for today. I don't know if, there are any questions. Thank you.
All right, so this is the part where we have our question and answer. So does anyone have questions for her? Good. You know how we do it, right? Your name, your school, your class, and then you go ahead. Him? Yes?
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Mutari Zaruddin Mohammed from Mobolaji Bakatoni Junior High School. I'm in JSS2. My question is this: have you ever had some confusion in what career you are going to choose? And if you had a confusion, what is your biggest inspiration of becoming what you are today?
Okay, thank you very much. I thought this would not come up, but great one. My first JAMB that I wrote was to become a medical doctor. I didn't see the results till today. I took a poly JAMB as an afterthought. And I was just looking at it and I flipped through. I said, okay, what will I do? I just saw engineering. I said, okay, let me do engineering. I said, I don't want to stress myself. Which of the engineering courses is very easy to navigate? Then I said, I think electrical would be good. Electrical, electronics. Unfortunately, the JAMB result didn't come out. The poly JAMB result came out before the JAMB results. I went in for electrical, Federal Polytechnic, Ilaro. So when I got in, the first semester, when I sat down to study electrical electronics, I knew there and then that's the course I'm going to do. I'm not going for medicine again. So after my first semester, my second semester, I took another JAMB again, and I filled in electrical, first and second choice. And I went into University of Ilorin after I completed my, my ND, National Diploma. I went to start all over again for the love of electrical engineering. And today, that is what I am doing. I did electrical, for 7 years. And after electrical, I'm in IT. I found myself in IT. I don't even practice the electrical engineering. But from there, I was able to diversify into IT. So, but the knowledge is there, So what this has taught me is, and I'm also going to advise you, keep an open mind. Keep your options open. Don't lock up. Opportunities will come, and you should be able to move in line with those opportunities. And you can see that the knowledge today, I've not regretted going into electrical. So thank you for that question.
Good morning, ma. My name is Salah Komidise. And this is my question. Why is it that what you always want to become in future isn't what you actually get? Isn't what you will actually get?
No, it's not always. People do get what they want to become in future. It's your determination, and your tenacity that will help you. If you are so convinced, I think for me, I was undecided about being a medical doctor. I think if I'm actually passionate and that's what I wanted, it would have worked out for me. For me, I think just the medical doctor thing was actually my father that wanted me to do it. And I wanted to do it for him. But when I went into electrical, I knew immediately that was me. And I went in for what I wanted. So I've seen a lot of people, I have a lot of colleagues today that started with accounting, but they are into IT. They found their way. The passion will move you and propel you towards what you want to become. And at times, some people don't actually even know what they want. They just feel that this is what I want. But your gift will propel you towards, what you actually want. I hope I'm able to answer your question. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
My name is Omide Izena. I'm from Nawaruddin Senior High School. My question is that if one have determination for a career, but one's parents are against it, what are the actions to take about it?
Okay. I would say, okay. I think I would say you follow your passion. Like I said, I'll tell you this. I'll share from my personal experience as well. When I needed to do my internship, she mentioned internship. Internship is, when you are in school, you are seconded to go and to experience the corporate world. Internship for about 6 months. And, I went to my father's company then. He works at Nigerian Port Authority then. So he took me there. And guess what? And I was asked to do my internship there. When I got there, I saw that I was not adding value to myself. It wasn't what I wanted. We're going from, it would take me to work every day. They were not teaching me anything. I just sat down, was just filling paper. For like a month, I said, is this what I want to do? What am I going to write in my logbook? I said, no, this is not what I wanted. I have a couple of neighbors that are into IT, programmer. No, they just they linked me up, gave me letters to go to companies around Surulere, about 3 of them. And I did an interview. One of them said I should start. When I started in Surulere, my father stopped paying for my transportation. He said, you left where I kept you to do IT. After I've gone to my bosses to make a slot for you. But I told him I wasn't learning anything. He said, no, that you should stay there. I said, no, I can't stay there, that I'm not learning anything. Then he refused to pay my transportation to go to Surulere. But I can tell you, I did my internship with Computer Warehouse Group. That was where I started the passion for IT. And that is what I'm doing till today. And at the end of the day, after I finished my internship, my father was very happy when he saw what came out of it. Even when I graduated, I never had to look for a job. The internship that I did with Computer Warehouse retained me. I was retained after the internship. I served with them. I worked with them for a couple of years, and then I moved. So I would say stick to, find a way to let your parents know this is your passion. This is what you would like to do, in a very, calm manner, not being disobedient, not being forceful, and not being rebellious. So please make sure you stick to it if you are convinced, and then, you know, it will come out in the end. Thank you. Do you still have anybody?
My name is Anamade Moyes from Denton Junior Grammar School. My question is that, what if the person wants to be a scientist and the person is not good in science and the person is good in art?
Okay, you want to be a scientist, you are not good in science, you are only good in art. You don't need anybody to tell you that art is where your skill is. And if you want to grow your talent for science, I don't believe, for me, that you are not good in something. It's about your passion and dedication. Just before I came this morning, I was watching a film on Netflix, The Good Ants, The Gifted Ants. You know, it's a very old American film, Gifted Ants. The boy could not read and write. They called him the dumbest boy in his class. And he ended up being a neurosurgeon. He ended up being a neurosurgeon. He was able to separate twins that were joined together. And he was admitted into Bernard Hopkins University. There were only 2 slots, you know, at that time. And he got in as one of the 2 that was admitted. He couldn't read, but he learned. The mother kept telling him, you are not dumb. Just read. That you don't need the book. The book is in you. You have to make sure you read. So you are not good in science. There are a lot of science textbooks that you can leverage on. You can improve your skills. You can learn. You can read. Develop yourself towards that. And if you do all those and you still see that, you know, you are struggling, then go for the arts where your passion is, where you are excelling. So it's better you start from where you are excelling and then develop the skills for the science and see if you can pick it up from there. Does that answer the question? Thank you.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning.
My name is Udo Pekulia. My question is, what is IT and what did they do? My second question is, what if your parents force you to do something like do a work higher than, then you now choose another work? Will you obey your mommy?
Okay.
And your passion did not match with what your mommy said you should do?
I didn't hear that. The last one. I heard the first 2. Just the last one.
Imagine your mommy says you should do doctor. Then you want to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Your mommy keep on forcing you.
Okay.
Will you obey your mommy or you choose by yourself? You will do what your passion is.
Okay. Thank you very much. You said, what is IT? IT is information technology. Yeah, that's what IT is. What do they do? Information technology rules the world. You are checking this today, you are looking at this. You know, IT makes it possible for you to be able to view this digitally. We are on YouTube, we are on other platforms to view this. It's IT that has made it possible. You know, different branches of IT, computing, programming. You have different, usefulness of IT there. And then if you want to be a doctor, I think somebody already said it. And I was able to clarify that. You know, if your parents want you to be a doctor, you don't want to be a doctor, please let them know that this is your passion, this is what you want to be. Don't be rebellious. Just let them know that you are not good at this. This is where you think you are good at. And I think these days, parents don't force people again. There is more enlightenment to allow people to follow their passion, you know. And I will take, for instance, I know all of you know Davido. I was reading about him on the internet a couple of weeks back. You know, he said his father, when he started singing, he went to school, by the way. I think he went to Babcock University. He graduated. But he has always wanted to sing. But his parents wanted him to go to school. He did go go to school, but he came out, he's singing today all over the place, making, money and singing, following his passion. He always knew that his passion is singing, but he still went to school and he went back. He even said his father had to arrest some of his friends. He arrested them because he didn't want him to sing. But today, he's doing that. Nobody is stopping him. He was able to go to school, fulfill, get his degree, and then went back to his passion. So whatever you want to become, it's your passion. You need to let your parent know. Talk to them calmly. Don't be rebellious about it. Make them understand the need why you need to be able to follow your passion and grow your career from there. Thank you.
We have 4 more questions.
4 more questions? Okay, great.
Ma, I noticed that my name is Sonny Shazili. I am from Magic Comprehensive Senior High School.
Okay.
I noticed that a lot of speakers in this program, I noticed that their current careers, their current professions are not what they actually decided that they wanted to study. In this Nigerian educational system, it is as if it is JAMB that is deciding our choice of careers. Why is it so?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, JAMB is not deciding your choice of career. I'm sure. I don't think that has changed. When you purchase a JAMB form, they ask you what course, what university you want to be. You even have an option to be able to change your courses. You can procure change of course, change of university, change of course form as well. So whatever you want to be. For me, I told you that for me, for instance, I wanted to be a doctor because my parents wanted me to become one. I took a poly JAMB form. I did electrical, and I saw that electrical is what I think I needed to do, not the medical doctor. Then I purchased a JAMB form, and I filled in electrical. And you know what? I was actually offered agric engineering, and I told them no. I can't do 2 years of electrical and go back to agric. I put my foot down because that's what I wanted, and I got it. So if you are given a course you don't like and you are convinced that this is what you want to do, you can stick to it, that this is what you want to do, and then you can find yourself, so JAMB is not choosing courses for you. You choose the course, you fill the form. I don't think JAMB chooses course for anyone. The only option is maybe when you don't meet the cutoff, and they are now telling you, can you switch to this? So you have to make sure you study hard. Know the score for the course you want to do so that you can work towards achieving it, and nobody will choose a course for you. Is that right? Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's not the kind of round of applause I want. Do you know how much clarity she has given? That's not enough still. A resounding round of applause. Thank you. Remember I said I am looking at those who are clapping, and if you're not clapping well, aha, that's more like it. All right, so now I need someone to do something nice for me. You're going to be thanking Mrs. Olabisi Olutu for what she has done, the clarity she has given, the questions she has answered, how she took time out of her busy schedule to be here, to teach you, to answer your questions. So I need just one volunteer to come out and to say a big thank you to her. Who will do that? Okay. All right then. Clap for her.
My name is Friday Chini. The name of my school is Abatma College Junior High School. And on behalf of all the students in Lagos State and on behalf of the students here, I want to say a very big thank you for making out your time to
to come and share your life experience with us, and also the effort you made in advising us, we teenagers, that that this our young age, that it is an asset. On behalf of all the students, all, I want to say a very big thank you. That may this time you brought out to share your life experience and our career experience with us, that may the Almighty God bless you with a good health of mind and body.
I thought you were going to clap for her better than that. See, this is not just about you coming and learning. You know, when we tell you to come out or when we tell you to raise your hand and speak, again, it is a test of your public speaking. For you to come out and speak to over 100, you can fully say yes, you're not afraid, and you do not have any anxiety of public speaking. And trust me, that will be an added advantage to you. So if I were you, I will always want to participate in this so that I learn and also put to practice. Is that okay? Is that okay? Good. Let's move on, and we will be having our second speaker, who again has taken time out of a busy schedule to be here. But just for you to have an idea of who she is, I will be telling you a bit about her and what she has done. She is currently the lead for corporate sustainability and responsibility team at Wema Bank. Now, her focus is on providing digital solutions for societal impact, particularly in driving inclusive socio-economic initiatives that benefit youth and women like you. She's a graduate of business administration from the University of Lagos, and she has an MBA from the University of Leicester, that is United Kingdom. She has been quite instrumental in various women empowerment initiatives that includes capacity building, skill acquisition, budgeting and planning, as well as financial inclusion and literacy. I'll give you some numbers. She has impacted about 1,400 women in the workforce and continues to mentor young women in the bank. Thank you. To rise to the highest heights in all endeavors of life. She leads the Women Empowerment Initiative through the bank's gender proposition, that is Sarah by Wema, and has impacted over 100,000 women through capacity building, seminars, grants, and health. She has also impacted about 500,000 people in Nigeria through different initiatives, such as Declutter and Donate, Salary for Love, I Volunteer, and so on. Now you can tell that her positive energy serves to as a catalyst for encouraging and developing those around her, and she's committed to making a positive impact. She has been with us in several editions of the Teenage Career Summer Camp, and this year again, she has decided to take time out of her tight schedule to be here. So please put your hands together for Mrs. Abimbola Agbejule. Put your hands together. So good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope we're having a great time. So can one person, just one person, and I'm actually particular about people listening, and that's when you know you're making impact. So I want, okay, I can do two, one per row. One person from this row, one from this row, here and here. Just tell me two key things you learned between yesterday and today. And if you're right, if the person is right, just give the person a round of applause. But if the person is not right, just say, oh, thank you. Are we good? So just feel free, get the mic. One from here, one from each row. So the mic.
Okay. My name is Sonny Shazili. I am from Major Comprehensive Senior High School. A significant thing I learned from the ocean of wealth, of knowledge shared with us from yesterday up to this time is the necessity for self-improvement in all I do. I learned the fast rate of the evolving technology, including the AI. I I get I get to I get to be informed about how I should improve myself with the constant evolving technologies of the device or of the new invention called artificial intelligence. When I speak to my classmates about artificial intelligence, they tell me, Shazili, what's this? What's this new thing? What's this new stuff? So I have artificial intelligence. I have AI on my WhatsApp, which I use and I share it with my friends, and they are like, wow, this is cool.
In 1 minute, so that we don't take too much time.
My name is Olowo Olamide from Wesley Girls Senior Secondary School. So the essential thing I learned yesterday was that most people say the sky is the limit, and what I learned yesterday is that the sky is the stepping stone, is the beginning, and it's not the limit. And I also learned that we should not look at our background, but we should look at where we want to be and what we want to become in the future. And also, one thing I learned today from the first speaker was that we should dream big, start now, and act now.
My name is Olaitomo Toru. I'm from Elite Junior High School. I'm in JS1. The two essential things I learned from yesterday's lesson was what you want to become does not depend on what you are. It does not depend on your family's background. It depends on what you want to become, what you are achieving. Another thing I learned was that you can do anything you put your mind to. For myself, sometimes I will see a particular mathematical question, I'll be like, I cannot do it. But I'll just say, why can't I do it? If somebody can do it, I can do it.
Well, so the last one.
Okay. Yes, I learned that you should dream beyond your current circumstance. Okay. Okay, my name is Temitope Shweto. I'm from Burial Avenue Senior High School. So, I learned that you should dream beyond your current circumstance. Your background doesn't limit your success.
Can you tell me something else? I think she mentioned all of that before. Can you say something else different from what?
My name is Okoli Peter. I'm from Burial Avenue Senior High School. What I learned yesterday was that just because you face disappointment doesn't mean that you won't succeed. Because most of our speakers yesterday were not given the that they wanted to study in the university, but still yet they still move on with the one that they were given and still succeed.
All right, thank you. So I like the fact that everybody is listening and learning. Do you know what we just did now can actually be a form of career where you train people to listen and learn? And so you remember when Ms. Olotu mentioned that being young is an asset. You don't know what you do. Have you guys heard this quote before? Adulthood has come. So as you grow older, things change. You become, life becomes more demanding, and you have to be responsible for yourself. So once again, my name is Bimbo Agbejule. And she's done a lot of introductions. I don't need to talk much about myself. But what we're speaking to this morning is building a 21st century career. You've heard a lot that you have to be flexible. Your mind should be open to so many things because things change. And I recall somebody asking the question that why is it JAMB that pick your career or determines what you study? Well, I don't see it that way. I think for me, in the course of my career, I've done like 3 different things. The first one was around something called branding. Do you know branding? Yes, something called branding. I was corporate branding. And I did that for almost 8 years. And after that, I moved again. I did something called corporate strategy. I studied business management at the undergraduate level and also at the graduate level. I mean the MBA level. So I did, the first one was corporate branding. I did something called corporate strategy. I did something called investment management and corporate strategy as well. Then I moved to tech. I did digital banking. So just be flexible, and just one person. And now what I'm doing is called sustainability, corporate sustainability. I don't know how many of us are there about, but most times when you hear about corporate sustainability, what you know is, oh, there's something doing something around green, recycling, but it's actually bigger than that. It has like 3 different arms. You have the environmental issues, where we talk about climate action. You have the social issues. This is one of the things that we're doing now. Actually support the youth, supporting women, making impact, and getting everybody to become aligned. And we have shared prosperity. And the last one is governance, being accountable. So governance does not mean your state government, your local government, but you as an individual. Are you accountable? Are you committed to what you do? And that is what I do now. So career change, and you know, what you study does not determine your career. It is how you apply yourself, what is available as well, because sometimes you find out that you want to study X, but what is available is Y. And you have to adapt and learn and put your skills to use. So you have to be very flexible and learn what you want. So we're going to talk about the importance of having a 21st century career, how to create a career path, because you can't study engineering and you want to become a doctor. That one will not work. But you can study medicine and still become some sort of engineer, maybe not mechanical engineer, maybe not but you can do software engineering. And that's IT. Do you understand? So how do you create a career path for yourself? What are the things that you need to do? We talk about the types of career and careers in high demand. I know, so she was talking about Davido. Music is in high demand, but you don't have to sing the song. You can write it, you can produce it, you can market it. So there are different things that you can do in terms of music. Are we together? So we'll start with careers in 21st century. So I'm going to show you my slide, please. So you can see all of these people. They are different people in different fields, and they are professionals in their field. So the first person you see is Akin Abayomi. He's a medical doctor. Who knows him very well? He played a very significant role during COVID. It was to the T. He knows his onions. The guy was always there. He understood what the assignment was, and he supported everyone in Lagos to ensure that we did the right thing. So he studied medicine, and he's also an administrator. The next person is Olumide Akpata. He's a lawyer. He was one time the chairperson for NBA, Nigerian Bar Association. Today, he's trying to become a politician. I hear he's going to Labour Party. So you can see that he's transiting. So it depends on what you want to do for yourself. The next person is Mrs. Folashade Ogushola. She's a professor, and she's currently the Vice Chancellor for University of Lagos. How many of you want to school in University of Lagos? So she is the current Vice Chancellor, and she's the first female Vice Chancellor. So you can see women are doing great things, right? So the next person you see is Funke Akindele. You know her very well, right? So she's an actress. She's also a producer. She has a lot of other businesses that you guys know about as well. And she's also a real estate mogul. So she has houses. She buys and sells houses. Do you know that? And she's also a brand influencer. So because everybody likes Funke Akindele, so big brands will call her, please come and help us to market our products. So maybe the likes of Kellogg's Cornflakes. She has done quite a number of, somebody's giving an example. Colgate. Can say she's in one line, but she's making income from multiple streams, right? So you can see how flexible your career is. So the next person on that board is Lawyer Sabi. Do you know him? Do you know him? Excuse me. So see, he is a content creator. Content creation also makes money now. all those things that you see on social media. Are you aware? Excuse me. Thank you. So the next person is a footballer. How many of us become a footballer here? Both male and female. Oh. Do you know that the ladies are winning now? You know. The next person is Tony Elumelu. Do you know him? So he's a group, he's the founder of UBA. He's a group executive for TOE Foundation. That's Tony Elumelu Foundation. He's a philanthropist. When you want anything in financial services and philanthropy, you see Tony Elumelu. But he started out as a young banker. The next person is Mosumola Abudu. Do you know her? Ebony. Do you know Ebony Cinemas, Ebony Movies? She has a lot of things that she's doing. But she didn't start, thank you. But she didn't start out in this career. She was also a trainer. When I knew her back then, in about 15, 18 years ago, she was working for one company called Vic Lawrence and Associates. And what they do is training. And so see her today. Then she started something, then she branched out, said something we call Moments with Mo, with what Olusegun was doing, that she does now. Every morning, I have a young daughter. She likes our program, so we listen to, I don't know if you guys know her on radio, Smooth FM. So you don't know, so you need to like follow people and know what they do. I don't know her in person, but I know the name, and when I hear the voice, I know who is speaking. So you see how things work. So you can choose a career in any field. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. And the sky is the limit. You just need to apply yourself, show passion, follow the right people that knows what they're doing, and also be relentless, because everything will come your way that could actually put you off or want to make you to change your mind. But once you're focused, then you get things done. So are you going to career? So from now on, take a time to sit down, think, what do I like? What do I want to become? What field? So there are lots of things happening outside of the core things that you know. Law, medicine, banking. There are new things happening. Events management. The owner of the largest event management business in Nigeria is Funke. I don't know if she has been here. See her face here. This number 4 lady. And she's a lawyer. She went to University of Lagos and she studied law. Today, she holds the largest event management business in Nigeria. And she does both events locally and abroad. So you can see how you apply yourself and what your mind can do, or what your mind can conceive, your mind can do. So you need to start thinking, what do I want to do? Where is the best place for me? What am I good at? So you need to start, those are the things that will help you in choosing a career. So I'll not go to, why is it important to choose a career? Why is it important? Can somebody tell me? I heard those 4 people give, so why is it one person? Tell me why it is important to choose a career. Yes, please, somebody share me the mic to me. Just one person though. Why is it important? Why do you have to choose a career?
You have to choose a career to know the profession you're into or the skill you're into.
Thank you. Does anybody have a different perspective?
You have to choose a career in order to earn a living.
I like that. Money is important. No, it goes to no. Sorry, please. Thank you.
We have to choose a career for us to be a better person in future.
Okay. One more.
We have to choose a career so that we can adapt to our environment.
Thank you. So I've heard all of you. So we have to choose a career because we need to earn money for financial security. But nobody is talking about, I want to choose a career because I want to make impact. I don't like the way my environment is. I don't like the way, how my school looks. And so in the next decade and in the next 10 years, I want to see a better school. So we just want to, I think we need to start changing, you know.
change our perspective. How many of you want to pay things forward? So when it's time, you come out like I am speaking now. I want to give back to my society. I want to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people and speak with them, engage them, mentor them, support them, guide them, and do things. That's one of the reasons you choose a career too. There are people that are just mentors, and that's their career. And sometimes they make money from it through grants. Grants is money that other organizations give to you to do social impact projects or projects that has impact on the environment. So there are various reasons to choose a career. But what is most important to you is that you are doing this thing because you love it, and as well as it's going to make you happy. So sometimes even in a career, you're not earning much, but you're happy. Have you guys thought about that? So like our doctors in Nigeria, they are not well paid, but they keep complaining, but they still do the job. They don't say that, oh, because I don't have enough money, I'm going to leave the hospital today, because they have the human elements in them. And that is what I want each one and every one of us to have in us. In whatever field that you found yourself, make sure you have that human element in you, such that even if the pay is not fantastic, it's not good, but you know that you are making an impact. For instance, our teachers, do you think they are well remunerated? Do you think they have enough money? But do you know what it takes to teach? It takes a lot. And so because they have that human impact, they're still able to come to class every morning, speak with you, engage you, and get you to do things that you need to do to succeed. So when you're choosing a career, always all of these things at the back of your mind. It's not only for financial reasons, for job fulfillment, jobs that have a networking opportunity, but also have the human element, which is very critical and important. So now we move to how to create a career path. So, you know, everybody, she has told you, Mrs. Olotu told you earlier that when she started as an electrical engineer, and now she's in software engineering, and now she's doing so many other things. So how do you create a path for yourself? And I told you also that you can be a doctor and eventually become an administrator, or be a doctor and become maybe a banker. I have a lot of pharmacist friends in the office that are bankers. So they study pharmacy in school and they're bankers, but you can't be a lawyer and say you want to become a doctor. It is not possible yet. That is license to kill. So that will not happen. But when you're creating a career path for yourself, make sure you study things that will actually allow you to grow and gives you the flexibility. And so what does this mean? Make a choice. So what do I want to become? For instance, while I was leaving secondary school, I said I wanted to become an accountant. By the time I got into school, I studied business administration. And I found out that in the course of my career, my courses in the uni, I could also go and get ICANN certification. That's an accountancy certification. So I don't need to study accounting as a course again in school. But we did part of it as well. So you need to choose what will actually give you that flexibility. Then you need to invest in your education. How do you invest in your education? You study, you look for materials, you look for access, look for people that can mentor you, go online. So when you're online, you are not only checking your Instagram, but checking things that actually relate to the course or the program that you're studying. That's very important. Then you need to develop your skills. If you don't develop yourself, you actually become redundant, because there are new skills coming up every day. And if you are not able to adapt and learn something new, then you find out that you are just there and you're not making good progress. I'm sure we don't want to do that, right? The next one is always develop strong work ethics. What I mean by that is when you start to work, make sure you are attentive, make sure you resume on time, make sure that you're not lazy, make sure you're supportive, you're a good team player, you collaborate with other people, you come up with great ideas. Don't let the ideas be just for you alone. You don't want to take the shine alone. You work together in a team. And so when you do all of this, it will help you. So when there are opportunities, they can quickly say, oh, this person is very good at this. She's able to coordinate people. She's able to come up with bright ideas. So it's not a department. She's able to deliver on time. And that's how you create great career path for yourself. Another thing that you need to do is to always ask for help. It is very important. So this is what I want to do. However, how do I get there? What are the things that I need to do? What's changing in my field? Who are the people that I need to know and speak with? So all of those things are very important for you. So who can tell me examples, typical examples of a career. We know I've showed you different pictures earlier.
Medical doctor.
I didn't hear that.
A medical doctor. Different
Types of career that you know. I've mentioned a lot.
Doctors, lawyers.
And you, what do you want to become? I know you've spoken like 2 times today. It would be nice to know.
I want to become an artist.
An artist?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Lawyer.
You want to become a lawyer?
No.
No.
Banker.
You want to become a banker?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, great.
I want to become a journalist or a news broadcaster.
Oh, awesome.
I want to become a lawyer or actress.
An actress?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to become a veterinarian.
You want to become a what?
Veterinarian.
Oh, good.
I want to become a lawyer or intelligent or an artificial intelligence scientist.
Oh, awesome.
I want to become a programmer.
A programmer. I think that these guys on this side, they are the new generation. Oh, yes, now you're talking about careers in 21st century.
I want to become an automobile engineer. Automobile engineer. I want to become a computer scientist.
A computer scientist.
I want to become an accountant.
All right, that's fine. Thank you, everyone.
I want to become an astronaut.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I want to become a motivational speaker.
I want to become a lawyer, so I formed a name for myself, Justice Mira.
I want to become a lawyer.
I think we have many lawyers. Interesting. But
become-
what aspect of law will you guys handle? We need to know that. So
I
you
want
need
to
to know
become
that
an
what aspect
actress.
of law. I've heard too many lawyers.
Commercial law.
Commercial law, nice.
I want to become an actress and a model, so I formed a name for my empire, GMK Film Production and Empire.
Awesome.
Last person.
One more and that's it.
I want to become a basketballer, like LeBron James.
Awesome. So thank you, everyone. I like the idea. Okay, so yeah. Okay, say yours quickly. You want to become a farmer? Awesome. We need more farmers. Yes, now should be a 21st century farmer. Do you know what it takes to be a 21st century farmer? Calm down, guys. Do you know what it takes to become a 21st century farmer? So everything is mechanized. So she has like a value chain. So she has like a plot of land. She'll plant her seed. When it's time to harvest, she will harvest, process, package, export. She has added value. And she will probably be the richest. Do you know that she could be the richest? So everyone, okay, calm down. Let's calm down. There is something called the power of visualization. Okay? You all mentioned what you want to become. But you need to start visualizing it. So how do I become this thing that I've spoken about, that I want to become? When you get back home, There's something called vision board. We don't have time today. I would have taken you through the vision board session. Cut out. Somebody says, I want to be I want to be a basketballer like LeBron James. Cut out the picture of LeBron James. Say, this is me in the next 10 years. Or this is Bimbo in the next 15 years. I want to be a successful farmer. There are loads of them in Nigeria, and they are making good money, and they have support. I want to be a successful farmer in the next 10 years. I just don't want to farm. I want to process. I want to package. In fact, you can export, okay? Put it somewhere in your room. So that when you wake up every morning, it like motivates you, tell you this is what I want to become and how I want to do it, okay? Is that an assignment? I will ask you this question at the end of the class. Is that an assignment? Areas in high demand. So it says so many things, but there are things that are in high demand now. Things around climate change. I talk about sustainability and ESG. I've defined ESG for you earlier. So there's a lot happening. You can imagine in the Western world, this is supposed to be summer, but it's raining. It's raining heavily. In Nigeria, this is August break, but it's still raining. It still rained this morning, right? So things have changed. So there's no water, so there's drought. People now have to leave their community. Women are even the ones. So if you go to the rural areas, see women using coal and wood to cook. It affects their immune system, affects their health. So these are part of the climate change issues, and it's big. And so these are the new things that is happening. So you can look it up later. Things around artificial intelligence and robotics. I have a couple of people that says they want to become AI. Okay, yes, that guy. So it's actually a big deal now. And I saw something this morning where using AI, they transpose somebody's face and now copy the person's identity. They're like, this thing will not put us in trouble. So when you're designing, have ethics at the back of your mind and also have the human feeling. So there are things around data science, data engineering, automation, then healthcare. There's so much happening in that space as well. But now it's around mental health. Before you know it, people are saying, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I'm not happy. So people need to go to the hospital or you go to a lab. So things are evolving. So in health, they see telemedicine, mental health, health tech operations. So in tech, they need health tech too. So when you're designing for your solutions, think about health. Think about how to simplify it. Think about how I can access or see a doctor. Think about how they can change the process. So there's a startup that we supported in my organization. It's called Natal Cares. So in a particular location in the southwest area, Ondo State to be precise, when women, out of every 10 women that give birth, about 7 or 8 of them will die because they don't have access to good medical care. Not only that, they don't have access to information. So the birth attendants do not do the right thing. So the children get, or the babies get infected at the point of birth. And so they lose them. So what did he do? He just did simple solution on the phone. The women can call a doctor, speak with them. You know, they can also start putting money together to buy delivery toolkits. And so you use you use tech to solve the health problem in that location. So you can imagine you coming up with different things like this that can actually help to enhance life and also improve lives. Another one is communication and culture. So communication, you have human resources, you have marketing, you have branding, and there's so many things going on new digital media. People that are influencers, they do communication, right? They communicate with people on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on different channels, and they're communicating and they're getting paid for that. So those are the new careers. Then the last one is technology and data. Data is actually very important. And so people are looking for data to support their activities, to support the things that they do, to support ideas and great things that are happening now. So you have cybersecurity. Hello? Another big one is cybersecurity, where you actually put your eyes together so that they don't start stealing people's data, hack into your system or hack into your phone or your account and take your money away. So people study in this area as well. Digital finance is important too, and e-commerce, where we don't have to go to the shops to buy the things that we need. We can request for a cab to come here rather than stand on the streets and start looking for a taxi. So there are new things happening in those areas. So these are the new things happening in the 21st century. You can see that you don't have law, you don't have medicine, the way people are talking about it, right? Because the times have changed and you need to adapt, all right? So we quickly move to lifelong skill. So whatever career that you've chosen or you decided to take on or things that you want for yourself, there's something called the lifelong skills. that you always have to learn. And I've mentioned some of it, and you can start practicing it from now, from secondary school. I've talked about it earlier, things around teamwork, okay? Teamwork is very important, and there are lifelong things that you can learn. Things around how to develop a new skill, problem solving. How do I solve the problem? You develop a skill towards a problem that we have. I've talked about a problem in health tech that somebody solved. So which one can you solve? Sit back and look at. So I can see in my area, there's something that is always happening. Everywhere is always flooded. Is it that the drainage is bad? Or is it that there's something happening here? Just think through it and come up with some new idea so that you can always solve the problem. Time management. It is important to be very punctual. Don't do African time. So we learn it from now. What time is school? 7:30, 8 o'clock. Make sure you're in school. What time is the class starting? 5 minutes before the class, you need to be seated. Don't be found wanting. Maybe you're not, that's the time you decide to go to the bathroom. Make sure that then innovation, start thinking, critical thinking things through. You just don't say things. You've thought through it like, oh, this is the right thing to say, or this is how to say it. It's important. Things around interpersonal communication. How do you communicate with people? Are you sensitive, or you just say things anyhow that hurts people without thinking about the environment or without thinking about the things that would hurt the person you're speaking to? So make sure that you are conscious of that. And the last one would be, I think I mentioned everything. Critical thinking. I mentioned So now you're going towards the end of my slide. So I'm talking about life, a key to building a career, lifelong learning. And those are the soft skills that I mentioned earlier on. So the next one I'll talk about, develop a new skill. Always develop a new skill. Learn something new. If it's how to cook, how to bake, how to sew, how to engage, how to speak with people, how to connect people. You know, you can be a middleman and connect businesses. Do you understand? And another thing that you can do is how to mediate. People always fight. Somebody said I want to become a motivational speaker. How do you get that done? You know, those are things that are important that actually will help you to build that lifelong skill. Beyond the career that it's about 5 things. How do I make mission? So don't think that it's something that is beyond your reach. The other thing is how to learn. You can learn a new sport or activity. So you can learn how to swim, you can learn how to cycle, you can learn how to run. You know, those things help the mind. You know, it helps to engage you and it helps to change your focus. It helps to develop new. You can't say, oh, because, I'm not in this, I don't know how to use ChatGPT, so I won't touch it. You have to learn. You have to adapt. Oh, everybody is on Twitter. How can I learn how to use it? Everybody knows how to use this particular coding language. It's the simple coding language like Java. It's simple, so you can learn it. SQL is simple too. You can learn it. So these are simple things that you can do for yourself that can actually make you to develop better skills and improve on the career that you currently have. But more importantly, be passionate about what you do. If you are not passionate about what you do or what you want to do, and something happens, you lose it completely. I think that's the last comment I'm going to make this morning. So thank you, everyone. I'm available for questions.
Thank you very, very much. Now, this is the part where we take the question. Do it, right? Very coordinated. No one shouting. You raise your hand. You tell us your name, your school, and then you proceed to ask your questions. All right, so where are we starting from? Which side? Aha, okay, over there.
My name is Okoli Peter. I'm a student of Beryl Avenue Senior High School. I wanted to ask if you're a person that have a passion for a particular career, maybe you have a passion for medicine, and you're already working towards it, you're already in science class, but along the way, you feel passion for another career. You like people that does that job. Maybe you now feel passion for law. What can you do? But you still have passion for medicine.
Well, I can tell you that law and medicine are 2 different things, and you can't have passion for both at the same time. But you know, you can take one after the other. So if I have passion for medicine, I study medicine first. I graduate as a medical doctor. then I now go to law. There's some aspect of law that has to do with medicine as well. So you can look at, I think I would ask, there's some aspect of that has to do with medicine, so you can learn that aspect. So another thing that I noticed that I have friends doing, I have friends that are pharmacists and they go and study law at the master's level. So they do something around corporate governance, ethics. So there are things like that, but you don't have to study law, study law from the basic level. So, but I can do more research on that for you. But you can still study law as a second degree and still have passion for both and combine the two. Or you decide to be an administrator. So you're a doctor, you have a background in law as well. Then you can do, so I have somebody, yes, I have a friend that actually studied, I think accounting. Then his second degree, he went to study law. So today he's in banking, but he's an auditor. So he has 2 degrees, but not medicine and law. But I know there's a legal aspect of medicine that you can study. So you can always take your passion as you want it. Efficient, I'll become more productive, and I can do many things faster than the way I used to do it. And remember that I said that you should make yourself relevant as well. That's why you need to upskill, study new things, learn new things, get certifications in them. You don't have to go back to a proper school, but get certifications, things that will enhance your capacity, enhance what you know already. But AI will not take your job unless you allow it to, because you have been stuck in what you've learned in 2020. Do you understand? So in 2030, things will change, but I'm changing with tide, and I know what I'm doing. So that is why I talked about lifelong learning. Do you remember that my statement? I think that's about it. Who can remind me of the assignments? What's the assignment I gave you? Excuse me. The assignment I gave you. Awesome. She's waiting for the mic. Okay. So who is speaking?
Visualization board.
Okay, it's called a vision board, okay? So when you guys get home this evening, what are you supposed to do? One person should answer me, please.
Get a picture of someone that you want to become in future and paste it in the board.
Thank you. Even if you don't have the picture, you can write it on the board, okay? All right, wishing you all the best. And the first set of people that answered my question, I hold you gifts. I'm going to drop it with Mr. Kazim, and you can pick it up from him. Thank you, and have a great one, everyone. Please put your hands together. No, that is a weak round of applause. Please put your hands together. If you do not clap well, you're not getting any refreshments. Okay, so this is the part where we get someone who will volunteer to thank Mrs. Abimbola for her time and the new things you have learned. Before now, I'm sure a lot of you did not have an idea of what vision board is. Or did you know about that? Did you know about vision board? Most of you didn't. And even if you knew about it, you did not do it. But now you have gotten the push to go and make a vision board for yourself. The truth is, a number of you want to be lawyers, you want to be programmers, you want to be data scientists, whatever. But you do not understand what it entails. Now you're going to go back. If you wanted to become a lawyer, for instance, what aspect of law? And the good thing for you is that we do have people who will speak to us about it today. So have an idea of the aspect of law you want to study and have a career in, and then you can follow the path.
So who will volunteer to say thank you for us? You have participated today. I need someone who has not participated. Okay. The lady in yellow.
Good day, everyone. My name is to say a very big thank